Hello guys, welcome to Pepcoding, and now we are going to discuss the next question, that is concatenated words. Okay, so let's see what is the question is. So we have been given an string array of name words, and what we have to do is we have to return all the concatenated words in the given list of words. So we have to like push all the concatenated words in that particular list, and what we have to do is we have to return it. Okay, and what are the concatenated words? So concatenated words are those words which are created by concatenation of at least two shorter words. So we have to concatenate two shorter word, and if after concatenation, if one concatenated word is created and which is similar to that particular words in the list, then what we have to do, we have to push it into this list and we have to return it. So let's understand this question more clearly. So let me go to the open mode and let's discuss out here. Okay, so what is the question? Concatenated word. Okay, suppose we have been given one string that is of cat, dog and cat dog. Okay, suppose this is our uh, list. Okay, so what we have to do, so how can you achieve this? You can achieve this by cat plus dog. If you do the concatenation of these two shorter string, then what we can get? We can get cat and dog, and this is actually similar to this string. So what we have to do, we have to create one list and we have to add that particular element into the list. Okay, so this is what we have to do in this question. Okay, so let's see for some bigger test case. Okay, so let me take one more string, that is cat, dog, cat, dog, 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 cat. Okay, suppose this is now our string. Okay, and let's take one tat also. Okay, not toy. Okay, suppose this is our whole string array. Okay, so what we have to do, so let's see, can we find this? Yes, if we do the concatenation of these two, cat plus dog, then what we can get? We can get this element. Okay, so this is this. Can we find this? If we do the concatenation with cat plus dog plus cat, then what we can get? We can get this string. So we have to add these all concatenated word into that particular list. Okay, so these are the concatenated words. This is what we have to return in the end. Okay, so this is this. And if we do the concatenation with dog plus dog, then we can get this. So in this question, what we have to do is we can concatenate any word multiple times. So these are some ground rules, okay, which you need to see it. Okay, so we can use multiple times, n number of times any words. Okay, so suppose we have to use the cat 5 times, so we can use the cat 5 times, then we can use dog, then again we can use cat. So these are the ways how we have to concatenate. Okay, so suppose in this question what we are doing, first we are taking the cat, then we are taking dog, then again we are taking cat. That means we are taking it multiple times, so we can take this. Okay, but we cannot take the half. Suppose we are taking C for cat and OG for dog, so we cannot do these type of thing. If we are taking one string, then we have to take it complete one string. Okay, so we cannot take it partially. Okay, these are some rules which you need to follow while solving this question. Okay, so let's see it. So we are getting dog plus dog, that is dog, dog. Okay, and you can see it, this string is actually this. Okay, and let us see for the next one, that is dog plus cat, dog plus cat. Okay, so what is this? This is actually this string, dog plus cat. Okay, so this is what we have to return. So we have to fill all these element into a list and we have to return it. Okay, so this is what the whole question is. Okay, so let's discuss for the test case which we have been given in the question. Let me take this from the question. So this is our question. So let me take this snippet and let's discuss this question, this test case. Okay. So how we can receive this? So what we will do is, first I'm going to add cats plus dog plus cats. See, this is cats, we have taken cats, then this is dog, we have taken dog, then again we have taken cats. Then what we can get? We can get cats, dog, cats. This is the concatenation, and this is present in this list, that is uh, cats, dog, cats. See, so we have to add this into a list and we have to present it. Okay, now let's see for the second one, that is dog. If we will concatenate dog with cats plus dog, then what we can get? We can get this string, that is dog, cats, dog. Okay, so we can get this string. Now let's see for the next one, that is rat plus cat plus dog plus cat. If we are going to concatenate all these strings, then what we can get? We can get rat, cat, dog and cat, and that is this string, and in I can show you here. Okay, and this is rat and this is dog, this is cat, and all are the string are covered. Okay, so this is what we have to do. So there are some rules. Let me sum up all these things. So if let me write this. So we can use any word n number of times. Okay, and first rule is we can use any word n number of times. The second rule is we have to take word completely. Okay, if we are using one word, so we have to use that particular word completely. Okay, we cannot take it partially. The third rule is, see, suppose we are concatenating x with y and we are getting z. Okay, suppose in this example I can take this one, that is cat plus dog equals to cat's dog. Suppose this is the example. This is our x, y and z. So if we are doing like this, the length is of x is always smaller to the z. The length of x is always smaller to the z. The length of y is always smaller to the z. This is the must condition. The length of x is smaller than the length of z. So in this case, what is the length of z? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And what is the length of x? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So these all are the individual length is smaller than the z. So this condition will also follow. Okay. So this is all the question part. So I will recommend you to please pause this video and go to the solution, and after that start watching this solution. Okay. So now I'm going to discuss the solution. How can we solve this question? Okay. So let me move to the next part. Okay. So suppose this is our string. So the first approach which you can thinking is by using a map. Okay, by using the map. So hash map, if we are doing in Java, so you can use hash map, and if you are doing in C++, then you have to use the unordered list, unordered map. Okay, so by using map you can do this, but that will be very difficult. Okay, so why? So you might be thinking like this. So if you are concatenate cat with dog, first take this scenario and you can get cat dog, and you can find it from this hash map, or you can ordered map. Okay, unordered map. So you can find in that unordered map. So if it present, then you what you will do is you will simply add that particular string into that list and you can return this. So this is how you might be approach. Okay, you might be thinking of approaching this type of question, but this can be very difficult actually. Okay, so why it is difficult? See, you have to take many cases. Suppose, let me change something more. I have used toy and I have used zoo. Okay, suppose I have used these word. So what you have to do, you have to create the cases. So first you have to concatenate with this, then this. Then again you have to take these two string and concatenate with this and this. And yeah, one more case is also possible. You have you have so much of cases. Okay, so there might be also possible of like this: cat, 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 n number of times, and then dog, then dogs, and then toy. Suppose this is the case. Okay, so how much possibility you have to create? You don't know the actual number of count which each word can come. That word can come up to n number of times. Okay, so how many times you will take the cat, and again the how many times you will take the dog, then you have to add the toy. So this is pretty much difficult, so you can't do like this. Okay, so this will be difficult. So how can, instead of doing this, you can use tries. Okay, so you can use the tries, and we will see how to use the tries. We have already studied, like you have already seen 8 to 10 questions which we have solved in our portal. So first watch this, then after that start watching this question. Okay, so instead of just adding the whole word, what we can do is we can simply add one each and words. See, let me erase this. What you can do is, instead of like adding the whole word, you can simply add each word. Suppose these are our two string. Suppose cat is there and we are adding cat. Okay, so if you add that C, so then we are going to search it, is this prefix is present in the string. So what we will see, it is not present in here, it is also not matching, and you can see it here that it is matching. Then what we have to do, we have to move further, then we have to add A. Then again I'm going to match this, again it is matching. Then again I'm going to add T over here, then I'm going to add T over here. Then you can see it like the whole word is matching. So this is how you can approach the question. Okay, so let's see for more cases. Okay, so let me take, I'm adding cat. Now I'm going to add with dog. First I'm going to add D over here. When it this prefix will come, then it is going to search here. So if you will see, it is matching here, it is also matching here, it is not matching here. So again I will continue adding the words. Then O is going to add, then again it is going to match here and here also. Then again G I'm going to match, then again it is going to match here. Okay, so when this string is created, then it is matching. So what we have to do, we simply add this string, this particular string, into the list. Again I will start from the starting, that is start adding from cat. Again I'm going to add C. So if you will see, so one string is matching. So again I will continue for start concatenating the words. Then I'm going to for T, then again it is matching, and we have able to find out this string. Okay, so this is how we can approach this type of question. So we have to create try. Okay, so you have already done the implementation part of the try. So let's create the try. Let's see this approach, how can we solve using this try. Okay, so in try, while creating the try, what we have to do is, there is one root node. Okay, there is one root, and we have to create the cat first. Let me just C A T. Okay, and this is the end, so we have to mark it and we have to cat. Then the second one is dog, D O G. So again what we have to do, we have to mark this as a dog. Okay, then I'm going to for the cat and then dog, D O G. Then I'm going to mark this as a cat dog. Okay, so this is, suppose this is our string, this is our try, and now how can we do this? We have to take the two pointer, that is the first pointer is current. Okay, the first pointer is current. So let me take it and let me put the name current. And the second pointer is n word. Okay, the second pointer is n word. So let's do this. Okay, now we can move this. So these are the two pointers which are pointing to the root element. Okay, now what we are going to do is I'm going to move this current to one end of the word. Okay, now the current is pointing to this word, and n word will always stay in the root. Okay, then I'm going to search it. So first I'm going to move current here, a new word here. So, is it matching? No, it is not matching. Then again I'm going to do I'm going to search here. Then again, is it matching? Yes. Then if it is matching, then what we have to do? We have to move the current into the next position and new word into the next position. And again, they are matching. So again, we have to do the same thing. Again, we move to the shift to the new position. Then again, they are matching. But here something different is happening. That means they have reached to the end part. See, you can see that they have reached to the end part. That means we have found our concatenated string. This is the condition where we explored our concatenated string. So what we have to do in this case, we have to push the current into the list. So we will simply push this current and we will push into this list. Okay, so this is how we are doing. So let me take for some bigger test case. So let me shift it here and let me take some more bigger test case. That is, again I'm taking C A T, cat. So let me mark it here. That will become cat. Okay, and let me take one more case, that is bat. Okay, now let me mark this over here, that is cat, bat. Okay, and let me do one more thing. I'm going to add over here bat, B A T. Now it is going to bat. Okay, now again we are starting from the beginning. So what is going to happen? First, the current is going to shift to the ending position of any word. Okay, then we have to start the searching part. Okay, so we have to create the two methods. The first method is going to shift the current to the new position, that is to the ending part of a new word, that is this word. This is the ending part, 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 this is the ending part. Okay, so again and again what is going to happen is we have to shift the our current, and then we have to do the searching part, and searching part will always start from the current position, and the new word will always point to the root node. Why it is always pointing to the root node? Because we can only concatenate with a new word. Okay, so we cannot start from a like middle of a word. We cannot start with. We are always concatenated with a starting point. Okay, that's why we are pointing to the root element. Okay, so again and again what I'm going to do, I'm going to search it. So first I'm going to search like this. Is it matching? Yes. Is it matching? Again, is it matching? Yes. Is it matching? Yes. And they have reached to the ending point. And if this is not the ending point of any of the element, then this is not our final string. So if this condition occurred, that means if they are to the ending point, then what we have to do is we have to add this element, add the current element into the list. So this is our list, and we have to add cat and cat. We are going to add the current. Okay, so again we have to start from the beginning, and we have explored this path. Now I'm going for the this part also. So now I'm going to see there. Again it is matching, again it is matching, and again it is matching. So again what I'm going to do, I'm going to add cat dog. cat dog. Okay, so let me do for the next case. Again it will come here and it is going to come here. So again it is going to check for this case and none of them are matching. Then again what I'm going to do, I'm going to call the second method, that is to we have to change the position of current. Then what we have to do, current will going to point here. Okay, now again we have to start the searching part, that is it will come here and it will come here, but it is not matching. Then again it is going to for the next part, that is D, and again it is not matching. Then we again go back and then we are going to for this side. Then now it is matching, see, B and B. Then again we are moving to the next part, that is A and A. Again it is matching, and now we are moved to the next part, that is T and T. Again it is matching. Then what we have to do in this case, and they have reached to the end of the part, both of them are to the end part. Then what we have to do, we simply have to add the current, cat cat bat. Okay, then we have to add the current. Suppose let me take one more, let me change one case. If this type of condition occurred, that means instead of bat it is bats. Okay, instead of bat it is bats. Then what is going to happen, bats. Okay, suppose this is the case. Okay, now again we are checking, first checking for the B, again it is checking for the B. Then we move to the A part, again it moved to the next part, that is A. It is matching, so we have to move forward. Again it is matching, so we have to move forward. But now the current is the end part, but N word is not in the end part. That means this is not our concatenated word. Okay, so in this case we have to return, because current will not go further. Okay, and this is not the ending part. Okay, so this is not our concatenated word, so we have to remove it from here. Okay, if it is bats. Okay, so you need to see this part. Okay, so again we have to do this and we have to move it here. So it has been checked here and here. So again it is going to come in this position, then whole searching is going to occur. Then we have to change the current position, that is this position, then our whole searching is going to happen. Okay, suppose this is the case like this. Okay, like F O G and it is S O P. Suppose this is the case, so it is also going to check this position also. Okay, because this is also the ending point of any word. So it is also, the current will also occur in this position, and it will also come in this position, it will also come in this position, and it will also come in this position. So these all are the cases, and this is how our code is going to flow. So now let's move further. So this is our starting case. Let me shift it here, and now I'm moving further. Okay, so now I'm going to discuss in the terms of code. Okay, so how we are going to do the coding part. Okay, so in the beginning it is here. So now first we have to create one function, okay, of name search one. And what that function will do, it is going to shift our current pointer, okay, into the ending part. Okay, so first it is going to shift here, then it is going to shift here, here, then here, then here, then here. So it will shift our current pointer to the ending part. So let's write this. So I'm going to write the pseudocode. So function, and that is the name of this function is search one. This is our first searching, so it is going to receive our current. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to write for each loop. So child, so child of current of childs, current of childs. So it is going to search for each array like this. So we are having this array and we are having this value, like C is this, D is this, and B is this. That means the not null value. So if child is not equal to null, then what we are going to do, we are going to call the search one function again. Okay, so now our current will be this, then in the next iteration the current will be this, so again we are going to call this function only. Then again in the next iteration the current is in this position, and when we reach in this position then we have to start the next searching, that is with a new word. Okay, so first I'm going to complete this. That means we have to call the search one again, and the argument is child. Okay, now our current is child, and if we end to the ending position, so if current dot string, so how we know that we are in the ending position? So if you will see in this case, this is actually a one node class, okay, in which we have stored one array and one string. Okay, and what is that string? String is, in this case the string is null. Okay, because this is not the ending position, but in this case our string is cat. Okay, in this case also our string is dog. In this case our string is null, 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 and in this case bats. Again, in all the cases there is null, and in this it is cat, cat. Okay, so this is how we are like identifying like it is our ending point or not. So if current of string is not equal to null, that means it is the ending point. Okay, so what we have to do in this case is we have to call one method, that is search function. Okay, and what is what are the argument which we need to find? We need to pass the two argument, that is one current, so it is going to pass this current, and the second one is new word, and which will always point to the root element. Okay, so it will always point to the root element. So this is how we are going to do the implementation of one function. Okay, so let's do for the second function. Now I'm going to write this search function. So how can we write this? So let's move to the next part, and now I'm going to write the search function. So let's do this function search, and it is going to receive the two element, that is one current and the second one is n word. Okay, so what actually this function is doing, this function is checking current and as well as word. If they are same, then what we are doing, we are just simply changing its position. Suppose in this position, if the current is in this, so it is going to check with for the C. If the both C is same, then it is going to move here, and the current is going to move here. Okay, then if the next word is same, then again it is going to change the position. And again, if in the next position it is same, then it is also going to change the position. And when they are to the ending part, then we find our answer, that is our concatenated string. Okay, so let's write this. So how we are going to search it, we have to use one for loop, that is we have to iterate with I from 0 to 25. Okay, so we have to iterate from a to z. So what we are doing is we are going to iterate the each array, and if both of them has child, then what we have to do, we have to call our search function. Okay, so if current has child I and n word has child I, that means both the string are same. Like this also, this I also have child, this and this also I also have the child, then that means our character is actually the same. So what we have to do, we have to again call the search function. So I'm going to call the search function again. Going to call the search function, and now what is our current? Current will be of current of child of I, current of I and n word of I. So this is our current and new word. So now this is our current and this is our new word. Again it is going to move, and it is going to iterate for all the array character. Then our first character is only the same, then again it is going to move in this position, and current is going to shift in this position, and again it is going to move in this position, in this position. Now when we get the string and when both of them are in the ending position, okay, so if current is ending position, okay, if both of them are in ending position and n word is also ending position, if both of them are in ending position, then what we have to do, we have to simply add into the our answer. We have to answer dot insert. You can use insert or add. You have to add this in our answer. And what we have to add, you have to add the current dot string. Okay, so you have to add the current dot string, so you have to add this particular string if both of them are into the ending position. So now we have completed our search function, but there's one problem. We have not handled one special case. And what is that special case? Let's discuss it. Suppose we have to change, I have to change something. Suppose this is our string and the next string is 80. A T. So this is B, this is 80. Okay, and let me do the same thing, B A T, that is cat bat. So how we can get this string? So we can get cat plus B plus 80, that means cat bat. Okay, so this is how we can achieve this concatenated string. But if we are doing from this method, then we are never going to find it. Okay, so how can we find this? See, first it is in this position and this is this position. So when I'm going to reach here and new word is going to reach here, then they are actually matching, but they are not in the ending position. So it is not going to check for the next one according to this code, but we have to check. Okay, so if we are in this position and it will not move further, so again it is going to come here and here, and it is going to check for this. But this is wrong, we have to handle this case also. So what we have to do is, suppose we are in this position and new word is in this position. So what we have to do is, we have to start our searching again for the new word. Okay, now our new word will again come into the root, and then we have to search it. Okay, so let's write the code. So if n word is complete, if n word is complete, suppose in this position, like n word is complete, so what we have to do, we have to call the search. We have to again start the searching, and where will the current will remain into the current position only, and the new word will go to the root. Okay, this is how we have to search. Okay, so let's write on this same thing. So current will come into this position and it will come into this position, then this condition is going to hit, like n word is into the ending position. Then again we have to start the searching and new word will come here, then it is going to come in this position and current is going to shift here, then new word is going to shift here, and again it is going to shift here, and they have reached to the ending position, then this condition is going to hit. So this is what we have to do. So let's move to the coding part and let's code this. Okay, so now we are going to code this in Java. Let me do the full screen first. So what we have to do, we have to implement this method. Okay, so for this, what I'm going to do is, first we have to create one try. Okay, before creating the try, we have to create one class. Okay, that node type of class, public static class of type node. Okay, and in this we have to create two things, that is one array node type array of of name childs of size 26, and the next thing which we have to create, that is string str. Okay, so we are simply creating the two things, that is child as well as string. And the next thing, what we have to do is we have to create try. Okay, so we already know how to create try. We have already seen in our older videos so how to create try. So let me do this. So before creating the try, we need something root element. Okay, so I'm going to create one root, and that will actually static. Okay, now I'm going to assign it the root, that is new. No. Okay, so we have created our root element. Now what we are going to do, we have to iterate this. Okay, we have to iterate this array of string type string as words. Okay, so we are going to iterate this array. So what we also have to create one function, that is insert. I'm going to create this function of name insert, and I'm going to insert the string into this. So for this I'm going to pass the root, and I'm going to insert the string one by one into this. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to call the search one of root. Okay, so then I'm going to call the search. We already know what does the search function do. So let me do the previous. So we have already done this part. Okay, so this is our search function. So what actually the search function does is it just change the position of the current. So first it is pointing to the root element, and then it is going to point to this element, and when it will go reach to the end of the any word, then we are simply going to call the searching. Okay, so we are simply going to start the searching from the new word. So let's do this. So for this we have to create one function, that is public static void search one, and what we have to pass, we have to pass current node and current. Okay, so this is what we are passing, and next what we have to do, we have to simply use the for each loop into the childs for node of child current dot childs. So what we are doing is we are iterating this array, and if this array is, see, we are iterating this array, and if it is not null, that means we have to again search it. See, like this. So first it is pointing to this position. Okay, that is root. When it will shift to this position, that means now in this condition our current is not null. Okay, so our child is not equal to null. So what we have to do, we have to again start the searching. And what is our root, what is our current, that is child. When it will reach to the end part, then what we have to do, we have to call the searching. Okay, so now let's do this. So if current, see what we are searching, if child is not equal to null, child is not equal to null, that means we have to search it. We have to use the recursive call, and now this will become our child. Okay, so we have also done this, and we have simply used the base condition. And what is our base condition? Suppose if our current string is not equal to null, that means we have reached to the end of any string. Then what we have to do, we have to do the searching, which is done by new word. Okay, so if current dot string is not equal to null. If it is not equal to null, then what we have to do? Then we have reached to the actual part. Then we have to create one method that is name of search, and what we have to pass in search, we have to pass two things, that is current as well as new word. So we have to pass current as well as new word, and new word will always point to the root element in the beginning. Okay, so now we have also implemented the search function. Now what we are going to do, we have to implement this search. Okay, so we have completed the search one. Now we have to implement search. So let us do it here. Public static void search. Node current, and the next thing which I'm going to receive is n word. Okay, so let me shift to the search. So this is our search function. For searching, what we have to do, we have to simply iterate from 0 to 25. Simply iterate from each and every element from the indexes. Okay, I is less than 26, I plus plus, and then what we have to check, we have to check if current has child I as well as n word has child I, then we have to call search again. So if current has child's I is not equal to null, that means it contains the child, and n word also contains the child I, null. Okay, so then if both of them are containing the child, that means that both the string are equal. Okay, that means they contain the nodes, so they are equal. So what we have to do, simply have to use a recursive call. Okay, so we have to use a recursive call for search. And what is our current? Current will be the child of current. I, and what is new word? So new word is the child of new word. And let me pass the child for the new word. Okay, so now we have simply created passed these two values. Now what we have to do, simply we have to handle the base condition as well as special case. So if current is an the ending point and the n word is also in the ending, then we find our answer. If current dot str is not equal to null, that means it contains some string. Okay, so if it contains some string, see, we have already understand this. So if we contain some string, then what we have to do, then that means we are not in the end time. Okay, and if we are if it contains some string, that means if it is not equal to null, that means we are into the end position. If both of them are in end, then we found our answer. N word dot str is not equal to null, then we found our answer. So in which we have to store our answer, so we have to store our answer in array list. Okay, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to store our answer in hash chat. Okay, why I'm storing this, because if I will not do so, then what is going to happen is it will come the duplication. Okay, duplication will come. So later on I'm going to explain you about how the duplicacy is coming. So as of now, I'm just simply creating one hash chat, that is static hash chat of type string answer new hash chat, and I've created it. Okay, now what we have to do is I have to add this. Okay, So I have to add this into this hash chat. So what we have to do, we have to add current of a string. Okay, so I am going to add this. So let me cross this. So I'm going to add this. Now we have to handle the special case. So if, how to handle the special case? So let me go there. If the new word is into the end, see, we already know what is our special case. If suppose it is here and it is here, if the new word is into the end, then what we have to do, we again have to start the searching and our current will remain into the current position. Okay, if n word dot string is not equal to null, okay, that means it is reached to the end position, then we again start the searching and current will remain the same and it will remain to the root. Okay, new word will point to the root element. Now we have also completed this function also. Okay, now our last function is remained, that is the insert function, and that we already have the idea about it. Okay, and what we are receiving in insert, one current and one string. Okay, so we are receiving one current as well as one string. So how to do this? See, for insert, simply what we have to do, we have to iterate for the that particular string to each character, and I'm going to store character by character, and int I equal to 0, I less than s dot length I plus plus, and I'm going to store the character ch equal to s dot caret. Okay, so caret of I, and if that character is actually null, then what we have to do, we have to store that new node into it. Okay, so if current dot childs, now we have to find the index is can able to find out by minus a is not equal to null. Okay, that means we have to store the node into it. So childs minus a, and we have to store the node into it. So we are simply creating the try, and we have done this the same thing so much time. Okay, so many times. So now I think you are now comfortable into it. Okay, now the current is going to point the current dot childs ch minus. Okay, now the current, we are changing the position of current. Now the last thing what I'm going to do is current dot str is equal to s. I'm also setting this value, this setting, string value. Okay, so I have also done this also. Now what we have to do, we have to simply return the array list. Okay, that list. So for returning that list, first we have to create it. Okay, so list of string, we get the result new array list, and I'm going to copy it. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to simply copy hash map over here. That means answer. And I'm going to return. Okay. So let's check for the compile time errors. And let me run this. So it is running, it is rejected. So let me see it where we found out. Our try is not created. Let me check for the insert, and it is 0. Yeah, I have done. If it is null, then we have to insert the new node. Okay, so let me run it now. So our test case is successful. So let me tell you about how it is coming the duplicate value. Okay, so let me take one new example, that is cat, bat, dog. Okay, and then new string is cat, bat, dog. Suppose this is our string. Okay, so how can you can achieve this? So this is the concatenated string and this is also the concatenated string. Okay, so what will be the answer? You can achieve this string by using cat plus bat. Okay, so now we are going to add this. Okay, now how can you achieve this? You can achieve this from cat plus bat plus dog. Okay, so from there also you are going to achieve this string, but there's another case that you are going to achieve this cat plus bat, cat, bat plus dog. From this string also we are going to achieve this string. Okay, so into these two conditions we will receive the duplicate value of this concatenated string. Okay, that's why we are getting the duplicate string. So now that's why we have taken the hash set. So let me submit this and check for all the test cases, and all the test cases are running fine. So thank you guys for watching this video, and we will meet you in the next video.